Hello, everybody, and welcome to Chat from a Hat. I'm your host, Josh Brown, along with my co-host,
Caleb Luther.
Caleb, finally, after so much, we are back. It has been a hell of a 3 weeks. 2 weeks. Buddy, I don't know how long it's been. I don't care.
It's definitely been 3 weeks at least.
That gave us time to do what we needed to do.
To prepare for this
to this epic
Not really.
episode. Listen,
I was prepared for this episode 3 weeks ago.
Okay, well, here's the thing. I mean, I could have been, but life happens, and I really wanted to be. I wanted to listen to our topic today with a bunch of fresh ears, and I did, and there's going to be some hot takes, Caleb. I'll go ahead and tell you that right now. Hot takes.
You don't even know hot takes.
I don't.
Until you hear mine.
Probably not. Caleb, so I don't remember what we talked about on our last episode because it's been so long ago.
Yeah, I don't remember either.
I think it was 20th century comedies or something, 21st century comedies or something like that. Maybe, I don't know.
I can't remember. It doesn't matter.
We talked about those.
It's too long ago to matter.
It's too long ago to matter. Caleb, what have you been up to for the last God knows how long?
Not a lot.
That's a lie.
Have I been up to a lot?
You went to Cedar Point.
I did go there for the first time. Loved it.
Highly recommend.
Or
is it better than Kings Island?
If you're a coaster guy, yeah, it's better.
Is it better than Kings Island?
Yeah.
Is it better than Dollywood? Where would you rank it on the roller coaster places that you've been?
Oh, it's the best roller coaster place I've been.
Okay.
Theming wise, not as good as Dollywood.
But you saw Snoopy. Well, you saw the statue of Snoopy.
Yeah, I only saw like someone in a Peppermint Patty costume. Compared to Kings Island, we saw Snoopy right there.
We met Snoopy.
But I'm going to Kings Island in 2 weeks, though.
And Woodstock. Did we see Woodstock?
Yeah, dude.
I don't remember seeing Woodstock.
Dude, it was Halloween time. They had everybody pulled out all the punches. But I'm going back to Kings Island in a couple weeks with my family. Bunch of them my nieces have never been, so I'm trying to talk her into getting on that Orion.
Take her on Orion.
Orion, it fits into the topic today, the Metallica topic. Orion.
It does fit into.
She said she'd do it. She said she'll do anything without loops. I'm like, okay, so
Orion,
Mystic Timbers, Diamondback. I'm gonna try to slide her in Flight of Fear,
dude. Fuck that.
Dude, I don't think I want to ride it either.
If you haven't listened to that episode,
Flight of Fear hurt, man.
Go back and listen to our episode where we talk about the Halloween haunt for Kings Island, and here are thoughts on.
We just shouldn't have wrote it together.
No, we should have wrote it together. We just shouldn't have wrote it in the same car.
That's what I mean. I think me and my niece would be better. She's a lot smaller than me. We just our shoulders kept hitting each other, and it was just
It wasn't the shoulders that was the problem. It was you headbutting my shoulder.
The thing is that you gotta. Those rides, they lie to you because the one at Cedar, the rough ones at Cedar Point also lie to you. Mm-hmm. You get in your seat and it says, "Keep your head back on the seat." You actually don't do that. You keep it forward, and that prevents your head from getting banged up back here.
You're whiplash,
and that'll also prevent motion sickness too. So
another Metallica pun for Master of Puppets.
So
today.
I'll only get on Flight of Fear if my niece is brave enough to do a loop coaster, and if the line isn't an hour. Okay, Flight of Fear has the longest lines of the day.
Which I don't understand.
They don't they don't run many carts at one time. So
that's probably true. Yeah. But when it comes to like a excitement factor, I was more.
Oh yeah,
exhilarated on.
Flight of Fear just has the takeoff.
That's Orion. Yeah, that's it.
Yeah,
Orion was a better coaster.
That's one of the best. I mean, Mystic Timbers.
Mystic Timbers was great and fun too, even though it beat Nancy beat the tar out of me on that one. So
I didn't think Mystic Timbers was that rough or woody. I mean, I didn't think it was that bad really. But yep, that's about it. I mean, I'm doing typical summer stuff.
Yeah, you've been working a lot and doing that sort of stuff.
Yeah, doing stuff outside when it's hot.
Yeah. Well. We had talked about a few episodes back about how I was going to go to Cleveland and meet Bruce Kulick from Kiss. Well, that didn't happen. You laugh. The IT outage that affected everybody and their mother apparently affected him from being able to fly out of Las Vegas to come to Cleveland. So that didn't happen. So Nancy and I instead went to Niagara Falls, which was about Actually, Niagara Falls is about 2.5 hours away from Cleveland. Didn't know it was that close. I had no idea it was that close. It's about a 7.5 hour drive from here. It was a lot of fun. If we ever go back, you need to go with us. Just so.
Are there any roller coasters?
No, but
What's the point then?
But the Cave of the Winds was fun. It was a blast. It was a blast. They give you a poncho. They give you a poncho.
You didn't look like
No, I was having a blast. It's just hard to walk.
you were trying to walk. Yeah.
Because they put grips on because the thing is made of wood. Like this whole deck is made of wood, and they rebuild that deck every single year.
Yeah.
Just because of the beating it takes.
Yeah.
And they used to give you shoes to wear, like gripped shoes.
Yeah.
I wore my tennis shoes, but it still wasn't enough. Like it was still slick at times.
Yeah.
So you had to watch your step. So yes, in the video I'm stepping like I'm about to fall. Because where that video is taken to, there's a point at the top where it feels like you're getting hit with 70-mile-an-hour wind and water in the face. And when a gust hits right, it stings a little bit, but a lot of fun. They give you ponchos. It doesn't help. I was still drenched from head to toe. Didn't matter. Nancy was drenched from head to toe. Didn't matter. But a very easy trip up there, too. It's all interstate and stuff, which is nice. So I had flashbacks of Toledo.
Toledo. What a dump that place is. That's right, Ohio
Buddy.
people. You heard me.
We could do a whole episode on just that trip, which we may talk about.
I feel like we have talked about it on the
We've
podcast,
talked about it, but we
so
never. I don't think we've ever really went into excruciating details.
It's not worth it.
It might be at some point. It might be at some point when we ever talk about our worst concert experiences. But anyway, so Caleb, what else? What else is there? What else is there? That's
we watched Deadpool and Wolverine.
we did. It was very good. I enjoyed it
I watched
greatly.
it twice.
Oh, did you go see it again?
I watched it with my mom and dad.
Okay.
Yeah, it's good.
I didn't know you went and saw it again.
Yeah, I watched it with them. I loved it.
Yeah, it's very good.
Probably
Very fun.
Probably my favorite Deadpool movie.
Maybe.
So. I think it's my favorite Deadpool movie.
Maybe. I'd have to watch all three of them again to
the problem with the first one, which I mean, with it being an origin story, is that it takes a long time to get to Deadpool. So that's really the only flaw with it. Everything else is really good.
No, here's the thing though, but you can't kind of recapture the magic of the first one too.
I know.
Of being able
to
do that.
Yeah. I just
But
really
anyway.
like Deadpool and Wolverine. Is that too much to ask?
Can we get,
Sometimes I want fan service.
Until
Sometimes
he's
I want
90.
cameos. I mean, it doesn't make it any less of a movie to me.
I agree.
I see some people saying like, if this is what movies becoming, then we're in a sad state of movies. I'm like, this is a good movie. After having like several movies of like character arcs with Wolverine.
what?
The way that we were able to establish a new Wolverine in this and give them a new arc,
Yeah.
like it was impressive to me. Like we cared about Deadpool and Wolverine, and the cameos that we call cameos weren't really. There was only one. To me, there was only one cameo. The rest of them kind of become characters in the movie for at least more than 5 minutes.
Yeah.
They become characters.
It's not a cameo if they're on screen for longer than 30 seconds.
Yeah,
to me,
there was one cameo with the Wolverine stuff, but the rest of them, like they come up and they deliver like monologues, and and I loved it a lot.
And I was absolutely amazed at some of the people that
There were 2 cameos.
came back to reprise their role.
There were 2 cameos that I could not believe. 2 in particular, I absolutely just couldn't fathom them. Especially the second one. I was like, what? Oh, come on, Josh. We reacted crazy for that second one.
Oh my God, I don't remember.
It's later. It's later in the movie.
We'll talk about it when we take a break. We'll talk about it. Speaking of a break, do you have anything else to add, Caleb?
I don't think so. I'm sure there is, but everything's just past, and I can't think of it, so it must not be that important.
It's not important. So, Caleb, we're going to take a break, and then we're going to come back and talk about the second album in our top 20 albums of all time. Woo! All right, Caleb, so we are talking today about the second album in our top 20 albums of all time. If you haven't listened to that episode, go back and listen to that episode. and you will hear what we have discussed and talked about when what we think are the top 20 albums of all time. We've already reviewed Steely Dan's Asia.
That was number 20, and
That
this
was
one
20.
is number 19.
This one is number 19. Caleb, Master of Puppets by Metallica. Now, we do not cover a lot of... We cover a lot of music and stuff on this, but I don't think we've ever really covered from top to bottom a thrash album, metal album that you and I probably... I figure there's going to be a lot of differing opinions when it comes to this album.
Maybe.
I feel that you and I are going to be on a very opposite ends of the spectrum when it comes to this.
Maybe. I don't know.
So I'm just going to
We'll see.
we're going to preface it with that. Caleb, Master of Puppets is the third album by Metallica, released on March 3rd, 1986, recorded in Copenhagen, Denmark. Did you know that?
Gasp.
I did not know that,
No,
honestly.
I didn't know that.
I did not know that
I
album
can
was
sense it. I
recorded
can't. I'm joking.
in Denmark.
I can't sense it if I listen to it. This feels like it was recorded in Denmark.
There we go. The runtime of the record, 54 minutes and 52 seconds. At the time, I believe it was the longest Metallica record to date at that time.
And now the longest one is 200 minutes long.
And then now the longest one is God knows what. I still think it's Load, I think.
Is it not that
I still
newest
think
one?
I still think Load
Hardwired
is setting it.
was like a double album, wasn't it?
Yeah, no, but it's still, you can put it on one CD.
Really?
Yeah.
Okay.
I don't know why I still have no idea why they split that album
Okay.
into 2 discs.
Okay.
Well, it's for sound quality reasons. Is it though?
Is it because it doesn't
Is
sound
it?
that, it still
Because
doesn't sound that
it
good.
sounds
It
like a
doesn't sound
Metallica
that good.
record.
It doesn't sound amazing.
The last album to feature the lineup of Cliff Burton on bass before his untimely death in a bus accident in Sweden during the tour, the promotional tour for this record. One single released from the album, Caleb, which was Master of Puppets. Now, shockingly, to me, this album peaked at 29 on the Billboard 200. Album is certified 6 times platinum in 2003, but I'm sure it's more than that now. It'd have to be more than that now. Held as a masterpiece by critics. Not by these critics. We'll see though.
You guys better shaping up out there.
This album has a 95 on Metacritic. Did you know that?
Is it like a re-release or something? Because it's too old to just have like a regular album release. It was probably like a re-release.
Maybe, but
Metacritic didn't exist till like the 90s.
Pitchfork also gave the record a 10 out of 10.
I think its album of the year score was like 100 or something.
I mean,
maybe like a 98 or something. It was higher than 95.
But Tour supported the record with Metallica opening for Ozzy until the bus accident with them that cut the tour short. Then they had to come back to America to start to audition new bass players. Real quick, want to touch on the album art, Caleb. Would you argue in saying that it's probably one of the most iconic music covers of all time?
Let me look at it. Here I go.
I've
never seen it.
when you think of a metal album cover,
Yeah, I mean it's cool.
it's
Yeah.
pretty damn near perfect to the point where it's used on a lot of merch.
Yeah, I say this one like Ride the Lightning, maybe. And even a little bit of not Master Puppets, but Injustice for All.
Yeah.
Yeah, those are probably their 3 best like album arts. Those 3 albums in a row.
It's definitely not Load or Reload. Blood and Semen.
Or the Black Album.
Or the Black... I mean, well, the Black Album's used quite a bit now, too,
I don't
with
care
the
about
snake.
it. Yeah,
but,
whatever.
Yeah.
Don't tread on me.
Yeah, I'm not a huge fan of the Black Album
Saint Anger.
the
Fist.
cover.
Bro, look at this fist, bro.
Saint
That's what that album is.
Anger,
That album is bro fist music.
Bro fist music? Yeah. What is a bro fist, Caleb?
It's got the fist on the cover.
Oh my god.
It's bro fist.
I don't even know what that means.
It's like bro rock, but it's bro fist. It's bro fist rock.
Bro fist rock.
Bro fist metal. I don't know.
Okay.
Back to this. Back to Master of Puppets.
Okay. So, Caleb, I've given some background on Master of Puppets. Your turn. Talk about Master of Puppets.
What are we doing?
Anything. What's your what do you think? What is your first memory of the record? Do you remember listening to it or hearing it growing
Master
up?
of Puppets obviously is one of the first Metallica songs you hear probably ever.
Sure.
And even like Battery. Mm-hmm. Those are probably the two biggest songs on the album. I don't know if I listened to every song on this album until we did this.
Okay.
Maybe a couple of them I was like, I have no recollection of these songs. But yeah, it's I'm not gonna say it's their last thrash album, but it might be their best their last really, really good thrash album that's mixed properly. At least mixed.
Sure.
I mean, like Injustice for All is missing the bass.
Yeah.
And
trust me, we will talk about the mix of this album.
And then the Black Album, I wouldn't really call the Black Album like a thrash album.
Right.
So it seemed like them getting to the end of an era, especially like them picking up popularity. Seemed like they picked up a lot of popularity on this one.
Did you know that they played Charleston on this
No.
tour? They played at the Civic Center.
Did they?
Yeah. And I have the...
water?
Yeah, that's yours.
No, my water's over here.
It's something you left then.
Oh, I must have left that water.
Yeah, I actually have the recording of it. They gave it away on Metallica.com years ago. It's not complete. There's I think they're like one or two songs are like kind of cut because like tape cut. But yeah, they released it a few years back. I have it somewhere. I don't remember where I've got it on a hard drive somewhere, but yeah, they do. Cool. They do have it. So yeah, they actually played West Virginia for that. They played West Virginia one more time in 1992, and I think they did play. Oh, that's a lie. I think they played on the Injustice for All tour as well.
And they abandoned it.
Huh?
And they abandoned West
it
Virginia
with good reason.
Why?
Huh?
Why?
What? I mean, we don't have a big enough arena for them now.
Then dial it back, Metallica.
They can't.
They can.
No, they can't. Do you not know what they're doing now?
No.
Okay, so they just played Foxborough Stadium. Is it Foxborough or Gillette Stadium? I don't remember. Their tour right now is they play 2 nights in the same stadium. And they don't play the same songs.
Yeah.
But they're doing 2-night stints in arenas. Or stadiums. They are not playing arenas again.
I'm saying that they could play...
They won't.
I'm saying they could play the Civic Center. Just don't do this... Just sell out the Civic Center.
They could.
I know they're going to sell
instantly.
it out. I know they're going to sell it out. But, like... I don't know. Music
We don't have a big enough market for them anymore.
The Mountaineer Stadium... I mean, I don't know if they have...
It's too close to Pittsburgh.
I don't think they have.
Why would you play Morgantown if you're going to go to Pittsburgh?
Like an hour away.
But Pittsburgh has an airport.
Oh my gosh. Just drive there.
Buddy, you have to take that stuff into account.
These guys, they sold out. They cut their hair. See, this is why this album is good. They had long hair.
Oh my God.
They had long hair.
All right. So, Caleb, let's dive into the songs.
Dun, dun, dun.
So, album opens up with Battery. Caleb, what are your thoughts on Battery? Go!
AAA is more like it. AAA.
Oh my God.
Just kidding.
I was always a 9-volt man.
No, I think it's a really solid opener for the album. Really, the intro with the acoustic guitar is amazing. It kind of makes me wish the entire song was kind of that way. That's just me, though. I'm not a big thrash guy. And I like the whenever we get those moments of like melodic softness. Still really cool middle section switch up, I think.
Yeah.
Which a lot of the songs do, and it has a gnarly guitar solo, brah. Gnarly.
That's actually what I had said as well. The acoustic opening, because I've got notes. Because I listen to the songs and take notes while I'm listening to them.
Yeah.
The acoustic opening is menacing, is what I put.
It's alright.
Jesus Christ. I said
it's good.
I said it sets the whole tone. The song sets the whole tone of the record. When the electric guitars kick in, like during the intro, it's when you're listening to it in headphones, it's just a wall of sound just beating your eardrums.
Then it has to get fast. Nah, I get it.
there's a I don't know if I'm right on this, but it sounds different to me. The chords that are played during the solo are different than what is being played in the verses.
I'm not sure. I'd have to.
You'd have to go back and listen to it, but it sounds different to me.
Maybe.
Maybe that's just me listening to it with a fresh set of ears for the first time in forever.
Yeah.
But my favorite part of the song is the part that's like dun, 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 dun. That's the best part of the song to me. And of course James is just screaming his head off, so wonder why his voice isn't as strong as it used to be. Because of that.
Didn't take the proper vocal lessons and hurt himself.
Probably.
Jeez.
But yeah, Battery is a fantastic opener. Again, I think, like I said, it sets a tone for the whole record. And right out of the gate, fast, heavy, aggressive metal. So,
yeah.
All right. Anything else about Battery?
That was the first song on the album. Am I right?
All right, Caleb. Moving on to probably the most well-known Metallica song. But you could argue Inner Sandman. You could argue Inner Sandman.
It is Inner Sandman.
It probably
Unfortunately,
is.
it is.
Unfortunately. But to Metallica fans, I honestly believe that diehard Metallica fans would rather hear Master of Puppets any day over Inner Sandman.
Yeah, gosh, it's way better. Yeah.
It's not even close.
One of the most legendary metal songs ever.
Yeah. I think I honestly swear to God believe that the intro riff dun, 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 is the most iconic riff of all time.
Maybe when it comes to metal.
That, Smoke on the Water, maybe Iron Man.
Yeah.
Can you think of any more absolutely iconic? Maybe Panama, maybe by Van Halen.
I guess we're talking just hard rock and metal.
Yeah. If we're talking hard rock and metal, I would almost go as far as saying that Master of Puppets is the most iconic, well-known metal riff of all time.
Yeah.
Of all time.
Yeah. Yeah. But it's also despite it having that very iconic opening, it's not my favorite thing about the song.
Oh no.
I think the
absolutely not.
This is common throughout the whole album, I think, is that it has one of the most amazing musical interludes ever in the middle. Which leads me to my next point, is that the clean guitar tones on this are some of the best, not only in metal music, but in music in general, I think. The cleans are just so good. And the heavy and the distortion is fine. And there's a quality to it of its roughness and rawness that is cool compared to what they're doing nowadays. But yeah, the clean guitar tones are just incredible. They're beautiful.
Well,
honestly,
if we're talking about tones, we have to talk about Cliff's bass tones.
I guess so.
When you're listening to it with headphones on, especially during the intro, the actual riff. Yeah. Cliff's not playing anything crazy. He's just bum, 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 and the thing about Cliff Burton, what people don't give him the credit for, I don't think, is the fact that he was a bass player that knew when to dial back and just add warmth and weight to a song.
Yeah.
We'll talk about later in Orion, but this, Cliff was so good at what he did that he didn't have to try and mimic the guitars. Yeah. And that's not a shot at Jason, because that's one of the reasons why they took the bass out of And Justice for All, is because Jason tried too much to replicate the guitar tone or the guitar patterns. But Cliff is just in the background, just just plodding along.
Yeah.
And it works. It adds, it fills that gap of that constant just that.
Yeah.
So,
I still wish the bass was placed better in the mix, though.
Oh, absolutely. Again, we'll talk about the mix later.
It's still kind of low.
Yeah. When you're listening to it with headphones, though, it's not terrible.
Oh, I know. I listened. That's all I did was listen with headphones.
Here's the thing. Guitar Hero Metallica came out a few years ago. Well, I say a few years ago. That came out in like 2009 or something like that. You were able to go in to the game settings and play with the mix of songs and then play the song.
Yeah.
You could turn all the guitars down and just have the bass up in the forefront. I don't know why that hasn't been like released for people to do. Ben Folds did that a few years ago. He released a Seeds version of Way to Normal where you could mix your own thing if you had the tools and do your own mix of that album. I wish bands did that sometimes. I think it would be super cool.
Cursive did it here.
Oh, did they?
A couple years ago with the it's gonna hurt that song.
I did not know that.
Yeah.
Oh,
yeah.
That's cool. But
I just think they're just a guitar heavy band.
No,
They've
they
always
are.
been. Even
They
when
are.
even when they get a bass player.
guitar and drums.
But I gotta say that, like, I think the rawness in the production really benefits them more than their modern production, which is just super loud with, I think, a borderline unbearable bass drum mix. I think here the bass drum works perfectly fine. The drums don't feel oversaturated or bloated. They feel like they're perfectly compact with what they're doing. And somewhere along the way, that, I don't know if it was early 2000s or what, it just kid don't like the drums on the newer stuff that much.
Well, you're talking about the drums and stuff, and there was something else that I noticed when was listening to the album with headphones on. There's the part when it's getting ready to lead into the solo where it's like doom 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 doom. That part. Lars is adding more drums. I've never noticed that before. I always thought it was just Tom, like doom 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 doom. He's adding more as he's going, but I never heard that before.
Yeah.
Or paid attention to it before. And I've never noticed that he did that. So it's kind of cool to hear that the whole time that I've been hearing that completely, totally wrong, probably because he does not do it live.
Yeah.
He doesn't do it live.
Yeah.
Kurt's solo is a mid solo at best. I don't think it's great.
On Master of Puppets?
I don't think Kurt's solo is great on Master of Puppets. I'm being so sarcastic right now.
It's pretty great. I don't think it's the best one on the album, but I think it's really, really good.
I mean, well, we'll see. I can't say whether or not it's the best or not because it might give away my top choices here. Yeah. I don't know who does the licks at the end of the song.
Me.
The little reversed guitar licks things that's going on at the very, very end. Have you know what I'm talking about, right?
Yeah.
Don't know who does that, but it's a cool little way to end a song, I think.
Yeah.
Without question. It is arguably the best 1-2 punch of a record ever.
Of any record?
Any record ever. Here's why.
Battery?
Yeah, because if you put both of those songs together and just listen to these two songs back to back, you've got slow melodic, you've got hard and heavy, you've got good vocals, you've got great playing all around by everybody.
Yeah.
For an album opener, it's the best 1-2 album opener.
For a metal album, yeah, definitely. But I'd say for an album in general, I can't say that.
Well,
can't, Josh.
It's okay.
Josh,
it's okay. It's okay.
Can't.
Well, Caleb, let's take a break.
Let's take a break.
And then we're going to talk about things that should
not be.
So, Caleb, we're back, and everything that I said good about Master of Puppets comes to a screeching halt right now. With the thing that should not be. Now, before anyone comes with torches and pitchforks,
oh my gosh,
I love the riff of this song. I love that it's slow and sludgy and all of that. I hate the lyrics. I hate the lyrics to this song.
I can counteract that.
Okay, that's fine.
Well, I also, I think the intro, it's a very menacing, clean intro. And another one of the intros with the really cool, clean tone. And leads into the slow, heavy riff that get the song started. I really like the chorus with the drawn-out, delay-riddled vocal. I like that. And also, like in Metallica, typical Metallica nature has a insane guitar solo. It's brief, but it's a unique solo.
I hate the verses.
But if the chorus is better than the verses.
I hate the verses.
Here's what I could say about the lyrics. On every song that Metallica's ever written, don't care about them ever.
Okay.
I never care about them. I don't think that their songs are poetic. I think they're fitting in words that go along with the melody. Their melody is usually pretty good, and they want to fit in certain words, and they sometimes repeat some words. And none of it feels necessarily poetic. I'm sure some songs are more poetic and deeper than other songs.
Yeah.
Like, I hear Hero of the Day or something like that. I'm like, okay, this seems deeper. Or what's the one song?
A lot of their songs deal with addiction.
Nothing Else Matters or something like that.
You know?
Like, but this album, like, is just like, I don't look at this album as a lyrical album. So yeah,
it can be.
This song is not especially strong lyrically.
Yeah.
But it's not my least favorite song on the album. I'll tell you that much right now. Spoiler.
Okay.
Spoiler.
Okay.
But I do like the other two songs we've mentioned better than this.
I do as well.
I did.
Here's the thing. The thing about the verses I was talking about. I don't like when everything falls away because they've got that really hard, sludgy. Dun, 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 dun. Love that. I love that. But then it just stops, and then it's just Lars drumming and James singing, and there's some background, which fine, but I just feel like it drops off. It just drops off, and there's nothing to keep me quote unquote stimulated in the song until
I like the chorus.
Until the chorus,
yeah.
You know, I do like the panning effect they do at the end of the song.
Me too.
With the and it just goes back
good.
and forth.
It is good. Yeah.
Which is cool. I don't think they ever did that in another song beforehand, unless I'm just not thinking.
Because we got to stop the panning.
Yeah. But the song apparently is inspired by Cthulhu and
again,
or Cthulhu, however you want to say it, and H.P. Lovecraft. It's fine.
They did
the song's
do a good job
fine.
of capturing that.
It's whatever to me. It's whatever to me. Yep. Anything else about the thing that should not be? It's awesome live, though. I do like the live version where it's very heavy, but still don't like those verses.
Is this song kind of long? I can't remember.
I would say...
no, okay, I think it's another one.
I would say it's like 6 minutes,
There's
maybe?
another one that there's no excuse for one of these songs to be as long as it is, but it is. But we'll get to it later.
Hold on.
I guess it's not the thing that should not be, though.
The thing that should not be is 6 minutes and 37
Okay,
seconds
I don't think
long.
that's the one. That's not the one. It's still probably too long,
though. Caleb, anything else about it?
No.
Okay, so we are going to move on to the last song of Side A if you're on vinyls, and that is Welcome Home, Sanitarium. Caleb, Power Ballad Part 2, but too bad Fade to Black is better.
Interesting.
I do not care for this song.
Oh, wow.
I have never cared for this song.
Holy cow.
I have never cared for this
I
song.
got things to say.
The choruses and Kurt's solo is the best thing about the song. Other than that, I'm just like, nah.
You're getting in trouble on this one.
That's fine. That's fine. That's my opinion.
This is a very well regarded song.
Oh, I know
right?
it is.
Okay.
I know it is.
I don't know a lot about Metallica.
I know it's
but I feel like this is a very well regarded song.
Oh, it is. People love this song. I think it's Kevin's favorite song. Kevin, I'm sorry. I just don't like it that much.
What, Kevin?
I'm sorry.
Kevin might have a point.
I mean, that's fine. Like I said, it's fine. I just don't... It's very hard for me to listen to the rest of the songs from their catalog at this time and have a screeching halt song.
God, Josh.
And to me, that's what this song does.
Man.
It brings the album to a screeching halt.
I have to say, I think this is a bad take.
That's fine. It's
a bad take.
That's fine.
It's a bad take, because I think the song is both epic and catchy.
Okay.
You got those catchy verses
Sure.
that I mean, like this is a song I've been begging for after the first 3 songs, like having like those slow parts, and like finally we get the vocals with the slow parts, and obviously killer guitar solos. It also has the incredible clean guitar tones that I was praising. Its intro and verses are like legitimately beautiful, and I really love the chord progression in the bridge. It changes it up, and that chord progression, I'm like, oh, that's a little different than what I'm used to with Metallica. It's not like in like a major scale; it's still like a minor scale, but it's an interesting chord progression. I'm like, oh, I didn't know they had that in their bag at that time. Yeah, I actually love this song.
You were talking about lyrical content before. You know what this song is about, right? Or what
Not really.
inspired this song?
I don't think
One
so.
Flew Over the Cuckoo's Nest.
Really? I can see
Yes.
that. Okay.
I think James's vocals are really good on the song.
Yeah. It's like one before one.
Sure.
Yeah.
Sure. And
I think I like it
a
more.
lot of people would almost consider one a power ballad at some points.
Well, part of it, at least until it takes off.
Yeah, until it takes off. Well,
Yeah.
the same thing with this song. The verses the choruses take off.
Yeah.
A little bit, but not that the
Yeah.
one mentality of it. Of that whole entire ending. But I don't know, dude. I've just never been a huge fan of this song. I've never been a huge.
I'd always heard it, but diving into it over the past what feels like about a month now. I can say easily that this is one of the best Metallica songs I've ever heard. Easily, Josh.
Okay.
One of the best Metallica songs. Not a huge Metallica guy.
Okay.
I think it's great. I think it's got it all.
I mean, I'm sure.
I would consider it a perfect Metallica song.
If that's your number one, I'm gonna come across the table on you.
I guess we'll see.
All right, so that is the end of side A. We end with a dud.
No, we do not. No, we do not. Audience.
Okay. When we get to the
duds, we got a couple coming up.
when we get to the end, we will talk about the album.
We got the 2 duddest of them all coming up here.
Sir.
We do.
Oh my God.
We do.
All right, we're gonna take a break and then we're gonna come back and talk about side 2 of Master of Puppets. All right, Caleb.
We're back.
Side 2 of Master of Puppets opens with one of my favorite Metallica songs. Yep. Yeah.
Which one is it?
Disposable Heroes. I love this song, dude. I love this song. I've always loved this Metallica song.
I think your opinions are now questionable now.
That's okay. That's okay.
Because you said that
Because
Welcome
it's my
Home
opinion,
Sanitarium
man.
is nothing special,
my
but you just
opinion,
said
man.
that Disposable Heroes is, which is long, isn't it? Which one is this? One of the long ones?
This is 8 minutes and 17 seconds.
long.
And that's fine. That's fine.
No.
Yes.
Sir.
Yes, it is.
No, this is
perfectly fine.
This is one of the 2 low points on the album for me.
I strongly disagree.
Well, let me tell you why.
I strongly disagree.
Because it's poopy. No, it's not poop,
Folks, if you could have seen him literally cross his arms and go, "It's poopy," and shrug his shoulders like a child.
I don't like it.
I don't like it. It's poopy.
To me, it's I think it's a pretty standard and long Metallica song.
Okay, that's fine.
And I would likely never listen to it outside of the album setting because there's nothing that draws me in or brings me back in
Okay.
it. Aside, it's just long.
Okay.
Obviously, the talent's there, but I don't think it has what a Welcome Home Sanitarium or a Master of Puppets or even a Battery has.
Okay.
It just doesn't have it. It don't got it.
Okay.
And the next song don't either.
Okay.
Continue with your disposable song.
Disposable opinion about your disposable song.
This song is very disposable.
Well, the song is an anti-war song.
I hate that. I love
Caleb
war.
loves war.
Notoriously love
Caleb's
it.
a warmonger. That's his Facebook profile. Warmongler. Mongrel? Is it mongrel or mongler?
Monger.
Monger.
God, you got it wrong.
Jesus, I got it wrong all the way around.
Remember
Didn't I?
Monger from what was his name from Iron Man? Was his name Warmonger? Or no,
don't
that's
remember.
or is that Black Panther?
You're thinking Killmonger.
Killmonger.
Killmonger, yeah.
Okay, well, forget
Michael
it.
B. Jordan's character.
Yeah, he's Killmonger.
Yeah,
Okay.
and he gets killed. Spoiler
Well,
alert.
isn't the character from Iron Man Warmonger? That's Jeff Bridges' character. That's his that's technically his
Sure.
villain. Okay,
Sure.
Continue.
Anyway, I love bass. I love Cliff's bass in this song.
You can hear it.
You can, yeah. Yeah, you can. I'm
joking.
If you listen
real close.
Aside from the poopy, I don't know, man. I just really like the hard, aggressive Metallica song, and that's what this is. And I love the especially the beginning of Kirk just holding the dun dun dun. It's the back and forth of just that. I'm assuming they just play it on one string because it sounds like it's just
maybe.
But it's just it just feels like a tossing and turning in your head situation. So I personally love it. I love the fact that you think the song is over. The dun 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 dun, and it goes right back into the riff again.
Just keeps going.
It's metaphoric, Caleb. It's metaphoric because war never ends.
That's what
it's metaphoric.
Never ends either.
Exactly. That's the point. I love Disposable Heroes. I'll never. If it ever comes on shuffle, I will not skip it.
I'd skip it so hard.
No, that's you.
Yeah, I know it is.
And that's fine. The solo is kick ass.
Another Metallica solo.
I know.
At this point,
just nothing but arpeggios.
At this point in the album, I was like, "Oh man, it had me and it's losing me," but it gets me back. Don't worry, it gets me back.
All right. So
next is
Disposable Heroes. We already talked about that. So Caleb, now you will bow to Leopard Messiah. I'm gonna be honest.
Me too.
This is the song I've listened to the least on this record.
Maybe
around, like all around. I don't think
me too.
I don't think I've listened to it that much. Doesn't mean I don't like it though. I wrote down, after the absolute wall of vengeance of Disposable Heroes, you slow down just a bit, which is a better slowdown than The Thing That Should Not Be. So, spoiler alert, I think this song is better than The Thing That Should Not Be.
I do not.
Cliff's bass parts are awesome. And that was sarcasm. I don't think it's better than The Thing That Should Not Be.
Okay.
I do like the middle part of the song, where we like veer off into no man's land, pretty much. Kurt's solo is great. I don't think Kurt had a bad solo from the first 4 records. I don't think he did. I don't think he had a bad solo really on the Black album. And then we get to Load, and as much as I love Load, there's some stuff on Load that's not that great. It's just not. But anyway, we'll talk about Load later at some point, maybe. So yeah, that's my thought on Leopard Messiah. It's okay. I think it's a lot of people love this song. I'm just kind of like, okay,
that are gonna like all the songs.
Yeah, of course.
Yeah, I think it's another relatively standard Metallica song, other than a couple moments in the bridge that you spoke about. There's nothing really about the song that stands out much for me.
That's me.
From a melodic or instrumental standpoint.
It feels to me like a filler song.
It does feel. I think more than any other song on the album, it feels like a filler song.
Yeah, it almost feels like it was a song that they were sitting around and was like, oh man, we need one more song.
Yeah.
And then I don't know if Leopard Messiah was wrote at the end or if it was one of the first songs or whatever that was brought in, but I don't know, dude. It's very there. That's what it feels like to me. It feels there.
Yeah.
But then, anything else about Leopard Messiah?
I got nothing else to say about it.
Okay. Then we get to the instrumental of the album.
The Kings Island roller coaster.
Orion. People can say what they want about this song. This song is Cliff Burton's song.
What do people say about it?
Just like people talk about like guitars and the solos and stuff like that. No.
Oh, wow.
Cliff is the absolute master of this song.
I think it's a joint effort, actually.
That's fine. I mean, that's fine.
But
I would agree with that.
This is no doubt the song where he stands out the most.
Oh yeah, yeah. That's my point. That's what I'm saying. This is Cliff's time to shine.
Yeah.
And I love this song. I love this song.
I think it's both the most unique and best sounding song on the album. With it being an instrumental, they're able to focus all their energy on crafting an ambitious and epic journey through the music. And it takes about half the song to get to its peak, but I think it's worth it. the whole I mean, I like the first half of the song, I really do, but the second half of the song is where you get to. That's where the Cliff Burton part comes in, and the dueling guitars there, the harmony guitars. Yeah, it's great.
Yeah,
this is this song is really, really great.
And a lot of people can, I might go to the stake for this. Song feels kind of prog rock to me at times too.
It feels the most prog rock because it kind of stops dead in its tracks at the end to change to do that slow it down and make it lighter and I'd say it's the most proggy song on the album.
I think it's Lars's best drum track.
Maybe
too, because he's just keeping the beat. He's not doing anything crazy.
I think musically it's everybody's best song because they're able to focus all their energy on it instead of just throwing in random lyrics. So glad it doesn't have. But lyrics. It's one of those. It's so much. It's such an amazing instrumental.
But it's one of those things too, like I talked about before with Cliff. Cliff is able to dial it back in the song too. He has his moments to shine, but when the guitars come in and the guitars are doing their solos and stuff like that, he's just in the background. He's just right. It's just like he's not standing out. He's just adding warmth. He's adding. He
kind of just plays that over and over again, but it works.
He's laying a foundation for everyone else to shine on.
Yeah.
So I mean, dude, I think they're in the scheme of Metallica instrumentals. It's the best one. It's the best one, no question.
Yeah,
it's no question.
I think it's their best instrumental.
Call is good. Suicide and Redemption off of Death Magnetic is good.
This is better,
but dude, it's just far and away their best instrumental.
Yeah, it's a pretty big sound on TikTok too.
Is it?
Yeah, it's been used. I've used it a couple times on TikTok. Yeah, it's got like a lot of plays.
I don't TikTok a lot.
And it's that middle part where the guitars come in, like the.
Oh, I didn't know. I had no idea.
Yeah,
I had no idea.
That's where they like have it set to start. Is that
honestly, my opinion, this should have closed the record.
Yeah, me too. I completely agree.
It should have closed the record.
Yeah, because it's better than the next song.
But it didn't.
Yeah,
but it didn't because here's my view.
They had to close with a fast one.
Here's my view on it. If you'd have ended the studio life of Cliff Burton with that song, just it's you know what I mean.
Yeah, they didn't know that in a half.
Well, of course not. Of course not. I mean, I'm not saying it like that.
No, but I still think it's a stronger closer than what we get. Yeah. So
we're gonna take a break one more time. And then we're going to come back and talk about the final track, closing statements, and our rankings.
Yeah.
So, fun stuff. Caleb. Damage Incorporated. All right, so we're going to talk about Damage Inc.
Oh, man.
Caleb.
Garage Inc.
Caleb.
Damn it, bruh.
It's another song I love.
This song's badass.
I love this song. I do. I love this song. I won't lie to you. Another one of the songs that I would not skip on this if it came up ever.
Yeah.
I love the riff in the middle. I love James's vocal delivery on the song. I just think the main riff is stellar.
Mm-hmm.
Just the pattern of it.
Yeah.
So, and when it comes to the verse, like Lars's double bass, just in your face, like just beating into your chest. It feels like at times, just because the bass drum is just kind of loud in this song. But yeah, I love this song. I really do.
Yeah, I think it's a really solid finisher for the album. Even though I'd rather it be Orion.
Yeah.
I think its main focus is on speed and heaviness, and it succeeds at that. Well, I don't think it's the most memorable song on the album. I think that it does well at what it's doing. But yeah, don't love it, but I can understand why this would be a huge Metallica fan, like one of their favorite songs on this album.
I kind of think that they when hold on one second, because I'm trying to remember if that is how that ends. That is right. Okay, maybe they just didn't want to end with an instrumental twice. Maybe because Ride the Lightning ends with an instrumental. So maybe that was the reason why they didn't do it. But again, I'm like you. I don't think that Damage Inc. is a better closer than what Orion would have been. Well, yeah. So anyway, Caleb, that's Ride the Lightning.
Nope, it's Master.
That's
of Puppets.
Master. I was looking at Ride the Lightning. That's Master of Puppets. Caleb, what are your final thoughts on Master of Puppets?
Terrible.
I agree.
Poopy. I think for what it is as a both a Metallica album and like a thrash metal album for its era, it's not going to get much better.
Okay.
It's probably about the best at what it is, I think. At least out of everything that I've heard that would be considered in that genre, this is probably about the best it's going to get, I think. I would consider probably the best Metallica album, maybe.
Okay. It's not.
Is it not? It's not a crazy opinion.
That's not. No, it's not.
Okay.
It's not a crazy opinion. Because a lot of people. Here's the thing. When you talk to people, it's between this and Ride the Lightning 99% of the time. That I've talked to.
It's because of Escape.
You know,
Escape on
Escape's
Ride
a
the
great song, dude. I like Escape. I don't know why James hates that song so much.
I like it. It's catchy.
Yeah. Here's the thing. I wish James's vocals were higher in the mix.
I think it
a little bit.
I think for what it. I think I like that it has the double vocal technique here, and I like where the vocals are at. It adds to the rawness of it.
Sure.
I like it. Sure. Vocals got a little too loud on Dark album on Black
on the Dark album on that Dark album they made.
A little too loud, too mainstream, bro. They cut their hair, bro.
But dude, we didn't talk about it a lot, but James really brings everything he's got though to the record. Sure. Like he's screaming, growling, singing melodic stuff like. His fingerprints all over it, and just his whole range and his whole ability is all over the record. And we didn't really touch on that a lot, but I think it's probably his best, if not second best vocal record, maybe behind the Black
Death
Album,
Magnetic.
maybe
behind Saint Anger.
Behind Saint Anger. Well,
once you get to the Black Album, your production budget goes higher, the album costs more, it's more produced, not going to say overproduced, but that helps. That helps a lot vocally. But I don't know, there's something about the vocal here that I like.
There's not. Okay, so I will say this much, and this might sound contradictory or whatever, but there's songs on this record I'm not fond of at all.
Yeah, there's two that I wouldn't listen to.
But here's the thing though. For what the album is, there's not a skip on the record.
That's the thing for me is that despite me not loving these two songs that I have at the bottom here, I almost got to overlook that for the album's strengths, and it brings those strengths more than any other album of that genre. Yeah, and that's why I give it the score that I give it here. That I'll name here whenever we do.
Oh, we doing a score too?
We did it for Steely Dan.
Did we?
Yeah.
Oh hell, I don't remember that.
Yeah, I gave it a 9.5. You gave it a 8.8. I think.
Okay. Okay. So
yeah. I can, yeah.
Okay.
Obviously, I'm not giving it a 10 out of 10 because there's a couple songs I'm.
I can't in good conscience give it a 10 out of 10 either.
But I still think for everything I've heard from Metallica, this is their best work, and it has at least 3 of their absolute greatest songs and 3 of the greatest metal songs ever on it. I give it an 8.8 out of 10.
An 8.8.
Yeah. It's still, like, I wouldn't consider it one of my favorite albums, but those 3 songs, I'd put on my shelf and I'd listen to every time.
Are you keeping track of this for us, by the way? Our scores?
Yeah,
scores?
I mean...
Okay, I just asked.
I know my scores.
Oh,
maybe you should...
I don't.
I know I gave Asia by Steely Dan a 9.5.
Okay.
Out of 10.
I would probably give Master of Puppets an 8.9.
Trying to one up me. That's not a real score, Josh. The only scores in the Caleb system are 8, 8.3, 8.5, 8.8, 9.
Apparently.
You gotta skip. Nah, you
gotta skip them.
You can give it an 8.9.
I will give it an 8.9. So
it's not quite a 9. Is what you're saying.
The two songs that
you're saying this isn't your favorite Metallica album.
No, it's not my favorite Metallica.
What's your favorite Metallica album?
My favorite Metallica album is Injustice for All.
Okay.
So
think it has-
technically, well, okay,
Yeah,
okay.
that might be my second favorite Metallica
in
album.
that genre, or in that not that genre, in that time period of the first big four records, it's Injustice. Everything after that, it's actually Load. I love Load from '96. People can shit on that all they want to.
Okay.
I don't care. Death Magnetic's good too.
It's got some
the
good-
mix is shit,
It's got some great songs,
but it's got
though.
some real good songs on it.
The day that never comes reminds me of a more produced and actually not sounding as good version of some of these great ones on here. The way that it's sort of like ambitious and goes through different.
Yeah,
I really like that song a lot.
it's a good song.
I don't care if it's a single. It's great.
Yeah.
Do you want to rank these songs?
All right, we can go ahead and rank them. Number 8.
Number 8.
Caleb, what is your number 8?
Could it be anything else other than Leper Messiah?
Well,
It's my number 8.
my number 8.
This is dumb.
My number 8 is our first duplicate, Leopard Messiah.
I was
Number
about
8.
to say, it's got to be Leper Messiah, right?
Yes. Yeah.
I think it's the least memorable song on the album.
They still play, and they played that live the
They
other
need to
night.
cut it out.
They do.
Cut it out, guys.
Cut it out. Get it out of there.
Get it out of there.
Get it out of there.
You stopped the album from being a 9.
Number 7.
My number 7 is Disposable Heroes. Those are really the only two songs I'm like,
Okay.
I probably wouldn't want to listen to those songs
Okay.
again. They're not bad, but
okay.
they just feel like Metallica.
Hey,
to
man,
me.
it's your
Once
list.
you once you hear a standard Metallica song, you've heard all the standard Metallica songs, and I can't do it, guys. I can't
Okay.
keep doing it. I can only listen to Metallica for like bunches, unless they pop out like an Orion every like 20 minutes, like, oh, they got me back. But they don't do that sometimes. So, sorry. What's your 7?
My number 7 is The Thing That Should Not Be.
Speaking of a thing that should not be, that shouldn't be at number 7.
I'm sorry.
I just have it a little bit ahead of that.
Okay, that's fine. Caleb, what's your number 6?
My number 6 is Damage Inc.
Okay.
It's good, but
Okay.
it didn't stick with me the way that some of the other ones did.
My number 6 is Welcome Home Sanitarium.
This is stupid.
Sorry.
Folks,
Sorry.
you know he's wrong.
Sorry.
We know he's wrong.
Hey, listen, I told you there was going to be hot takes.
Telling me.
Going to be hot takes.
Well,
And a lot of people, and I know what's going to happen.
nothing.
Some
We don't get enough listeners.
No. I'm telling you right now. People are going to, when they do listen, they're going to be like, "Oh, Josh is just doing that to be contrary. He's just doing that to be different." No, these are my actual opinions on this record. If you don't like it, piss
It
off.
may be dumb, but it's yours.
Exactly. It might be a stupid opinion, but it is my stupid opinion, and I will die on the stupid hill I made the opinion on.
My number 5 is The Thing That Should Not Be.
Okay. My number 5 is Battery. Number 5 is Battery.
Okay. Well, my number 4 is Battery, so.
Okay, I'm glad it is. Okay. My number. What about number 4?
What's your 4?
Disposable Heroes.
Man, overranked, I tell you.
Okay. Okay.
What's that song? Is it like 20 minutes long? That's
It's like 8 minutes long.
so long.
I'm so sorry that you don't that you don't like long songs.
I
I'm
just
so
don't get-
sorry.
First off, I love those.
From a man that listens
My
to
two-
Steely Dan.
My 2 favorite songs on Asia were the 2 longest songs.
Oh, I know. I was there.
Jeez. See, those songs are great. They keep me going. I'm like, oh, man. Number 3.
3.
I don't know if it's a hot take, but it's great, though.
Okay.
But it's not my favorite song on the album. That's Master of Puppets.
Wow. Now I am actually shocked by that.
It's great, though.
Okay. My number 3 is Damage Inc.
Ooh. It's a rough run.
Number 2.
Now, my number 2 is Welcome Home Sanitarium.
Okay.
Love it.
Okay.
It would be my favorite. It's my favorite vocal song on the album.
Okay. My number 2 is Orion.
Josh, you could have had.
I know.
We could.
I know.
We could have had the same 8 and the same 1.
Nope.
But we didn't do it.
Nope.
Because Orion's so very obviously the number 1 song on
course.
the album. But not for you. Master of Puppets is your number 1.
Master of Puppets is my number 1 just because it has lyrics. Yeah.
Sometimes, you don't listen, because sometimes
No,
sit back and
hold
let's do a
on.
good score for a movie.
Hold on. Master of Puppets is a perfect song from start to finish.
Orion's not.
No, it is.
Okay.
It is. But if I'm going to... Honestly, Orion and Master of Puppets could have been 1A and 1B.
Mm-hmm.
And the reason why I give it to Master of Puppets, 1, it's a more iconic song than Orion.
I mean,
2, hold on though. 2, it has the added James vocals. And that's what takes it over the top, because it's another layer compared to Orion. But Orion could have been there just as much as Master of Puppets. So I could honestly make the argument that it's 1A and 1B.
I mean,
but one of them has to take 1 and one has to take 2 because that's how we do things.
The damnedest thing is that...
Leopard Messiah is number 8, I know.
No, the damnedest thing is that Welcome Home Sanitarium is better than Master of Puppets, folks. It just is. It's a better song.
Not, but
it's
that's
epic
okay.
As hell.
I don't give a fuck. It is not that. It is not as good as Master of Puppets.
Oh, Josh.
Welcome Home is better than Master of Puppets. Then why did you have it ranked higher?
I didn't have Welcome Home at 2 and Master of Puppets at 3. What are you talking about?
You've lost your mind. You've lost your mind.
You know I put it there. I literally just named him.
I forgot that fast that you
knew how much. You know how much I like that song.
It's
better.
You are on crack, sir.
Oh my god, that chord progression and ooh.
Folks, you want to? Okay, hold on. Who's going to get more flack? The guy that put Master of Puppets at number 1, or the guy that put Welcome Home Sanitarium above Master of Puppets?
I do what I do.
Clearly. Folks, there were some hot takes in this.
But you had Disposable Heroes kind of high. Okay? You had it like, what'd you have it at
4?
1?
4!
It's pretty high. Anywhere other than 7 is crazy.
You're crazy.
I'm not, again, I'm not a huge Metallica guy, so whenever I hear something that, like, ooh, that was pretty, I gotta go with that.
That's fine. I mean, it's your opinion, man.
It's a good one, too.
Sure.
It's a good opinion.
Sure. Caleb, draw something from the head, and let's see.
I'll draw something good.
I hope so, because I really don't want to do another album review.
I'll put it back. Man, there's not a lot of things in there.
I know. We've got to restock.
Holy cow.
We have to go to the drawing board and think of some topics.
Let's see what we got here.
What do we got, Caleb?
Oh, boy.
Folks, what is your favorite? While he's picking out, what are your favorite Master of Puppets tracks? What do you think of Master of Puppets? If it's something good, just we'll go with it. We'll go with it. Master of Puppets tracks. What is your favorite? Do you think that Caleb is stupid for putting Welcome Home Sanitarium above Master of Puppets? I don't know. What is it?
Wait a minute. Okay, I got 2 things here.
Okay. So we're breaking the rules. You've drew 2 things.
Okay, I'm just curious what you think.
Okay.
Did we draw this before and like...
What is it?
Is it similar to something else? Yeah, this is kind of similar to the us ranking the top 20 albums. I fear we would do this. It's the album draft. I fear that we would go with the stuff that we put in the top 20 ranking.
Not really. I wouldn't, because I would draft albums that I think are the greatest albums of all time.
Doesn't mean you won't draft stuff in the top 20, though.
Oh, I would probably draft a few of them, but not...
Okay, you want to do that?
Be something simple. Be something easy. Something we don't have to...
Okay, we'll do it.
Yeah. So next week
Album
we're going to
draft.
continue with music.
Yep.
We'll take it one step further. The 20 albums are banned from the thing.
What?
The 20 albums from the top 20 albums are banned. You can't pick them.
Let's do it.
Okay. Or the artist.
No skin off my teeth.
Or the artist.
That's crazy now.
That is crazy.
I gotta pick some Beatle albums.
Yeah. Well, we can't pick 2. Can't pick Abbey Road and you can't pick Revolver, so...
Okay.
Yeah, that's fine. I don't have a problem with that.
Abbey Road's always going to be 1 for me, so that helps me.
Okay. So, Nancy, you want involved with that? The album draft.
We can't draft any from our top 20.
We can't draft any albums from the top 20 albums. Uh-oh. Well, it just got interesting.
Okay.
20 picks, folks. 60 albums.
Man.
20 picks. You better.
Do we want to do 20?
Oh, yes.
Okay,
oh, yes.
that was... okay.
Oh, yes. Nope, you can only pick one artist. One album per artist.
Oh, yeah, okay. That's what we're doing.
But we can have different... We all can have the same artist.
Yeah.
You just can't have the same album.
Yeah, someone gets one from an artist.
So all of us can have a Taylor Swift record if we wanted it.
Ain't gonna happen.
Ain't gonna happen. But if we wanted it, we could.
Okay.
My number 1 pick is Stubbs.
I gotta think about
barbecue
this,
chips.
Holy cow. What am I gonna do?
So you'll have to give us the list of the top 20 albums. Send them to us.
Do you not have it?
No, Caleb. I don't keep track of it. You are the tracker. Okay. Caleb, where can people find us?
They can find us by typing in Chat from a Hat on Facebook, Instagram, Twitter, TikTok, and if you want to email us, you can email us at
Chat from a cat, baby.
Chat from a hat cast at
Meow.
gmail.com.
Meow. Yes, chat from a hat cast at gmail.com. Send us your thoughts, your prayers about Master of Puppets. I forgot the name of the record like that. About Master of Puppets. Folks, what are your favorite songs? What are your favorite moments? When did you first hear Master of Puppets? Do you think that Caleb's opinions are stupid? Do you think my opinions are stupid? Probably. But, folks, thank you for listening to us. We will talk to you next week with a 60 album draft. Good God. It's already out there now. It's out in the ether. It has to do it. It has to happen. Folks, we'll talk to you next week.